up the inside, comes Lorenzo on Maverick Vinales. Oh, he takes Dovi out, he takes Vinales out.
Birthday of the MotoGP World Championship. Pole position goes to Fabio Quartararo. By Danilo Petrucci, your Mugello winner from Alex Rins and Cal Crutchlow. Jorge Lorenzo, last year's race winner on the Joan Mir and Polispargo. Magnaia, Miller and Abraham on row 5. Row 7 led by Tito Rabat, Miguel Oliveira and Happy Shireen.
Barcelona, a good start there from the second row from Dovizioso with that launch control. He's already trying to challenge Marc Marquez.
Shot device, it's that good. Marquez tried to find a way through, but Dovizioso from the middle of the second.
For Maverick Vinales, he's trying to come through. Quartararo there trying to challenge now. Marc Marquez as we then head into
6 up into second place. He normally is a shrinking violet at the start of these races. And what about Lorenzo? Lorenzo's gone from 10th into 5th.
Got away quite well. He's just up ahead of Valentino Rossi. Look at Lorenzo.
So into turn number 10, he's not going to be quite close enough. Petrucci tried to find a way back through on Lorenzo, who's now into...
He's up into 7th place. Dovizioso leads then from Vinales. What's Vinales had for breakfast? We've not seen a start. So he leads across the line.
Terrible first lap, in fact, of the day. Went from the front row to 13th place. Marquez
there. No room for now. Look at how close he was there again, though. Goodness me, Maverick Vinales. Well, wide there is Danilo Petrucci.
Well, he's got the famous green monster claw on the side of that Yamaha.
And there, we'll find out shortly, I'm sure. It is Dovizioso versus Marquez. We've said that a few times in the last couple of years.
Number 9, it cost him his drive, it cost him his momentum.
Oh, Lorenzo! He's wiped them all out! How is this happening?
Absolute shocker from Jorge Lorenzo. What was he thinking? He took out of it. It was his teammate Marc Marquez who's now leading the race.
Well, we thought there was friction. He's done him a favour, hasn't he? Marc Marquez comes
of Vinales, loses the front, clatters Dovizioso, nowhere for Vinales to go. And as Lorenzo in the pit lane, he's out. Dovizioso, he's out. Vinales is out. Lorenzo.
You know, I think Lorenzo thought he was going to hit Dovizioso when he was going in too hot, so he's just grabbed a handful of brake there. That's Dovizioso won't be taking that helmet off for a while. Yeah. He's livid.
You can just see there Andrea Dovizioso, he's not case.
Rins has dropped down one because of his big moment. Miller is now up into 5th. Mir is 6th and Polis
side of Fabio Quartararo, but what a dramatic start to this race. What a controversial start. His former teammate and bitter rival, Jorge Lorenzo. Marquez getting the clear message. You've got clear day.
Lorenzo, and if I was Jorge, I'd find a dark room and lock the door, because you might have 3 that might be able to bring something to Marc Marquez in this race, because all of the other race-winning potentials have all gone
off into the distance. Long gone on the horizon already is Marc Marquez, who's going to be very, very shortly. A 1:45.07 now. That's 3 laps in a row that Marquez has set the fastest lap of the race as Rins pit 4. Yeah, just got to keep his composure here, Alex Rins. There's a great opportunity here.
Up now towards 9. Marquez, 2.5 seconds clear of these.
Really, really tough times for Pecco Bagnaia. Down off camber, down a braking zone at turn 5.
Just getting into a bit of a groove as well, by the way. Number 43. Turn 5 we go. Marquez, 3.1 seconds clear now. And
he was well on course for a comfortable cruise to victory. So that will, I'm sure, be at the forefront of his mind. He can
be at times, is at the front. If Marc Marquez had have been in that group, he may well have been involved in that as well, but he wasn't. He grew, and it's a good job he did. How crucial was it for Marquez to overtake Dovizioso there?
You know, motorcycle to overtake. Fast in a straight line, great braking stability, and it's got such brilliant poking.
He didn't have pace at all on Friday. He said, I'll be nowhere near a podium at this rate.
He can stay in the slipstream, but he can't move out of it, and then try and force the issue on the brakes going into the first corner. Pace being set by Marquez. Petrucci. We talked about how hot Vinales, Andrea Dovizioso.
That's a guy, that's the face of a guy who knew he was on.
We're still halfway distance not completed. We've lost Lorenzo, we've lost Rossi, we've lost Dovizioso, and just pounds straight back on through.
Yeah, your classic cut back there for Danilo Petrucci and Fabio Quartararo.
He was able to run such a tighter line than Petrucci. That Suzuki just turns on a 6 him as well. You can hear it straight from the horse's mouth. You've got to say from where we're sitting, it's a guilty. After the race to Alex Rins saying, we're sorry, all right. Yeah, good point, Simon. I suppose that the good news for all 4 concerned in that big shunt early on was that they all walked away.
Danilo Petrucci gets him on the cutback.
He just has to leave his braking and that a little bit later than Petrucci because...
Oh, blimey. That's contact between the two riders, Smith and Espargaro. And I wonder if Espargaro's
long into Maverick Vinales have just made his way back into the pit lane. That's a real shame, I've got to say, for Vinales, because after Lorenzo's calamitous mistake.
This is Tito Rabat in 11th.
For his best ever finish in the MotoGP World Championship.
Rins is desperate to get by.
Petrucci's hanging on in there, he's running a brilliant rhythm himself. He's doing an absolutely sterling job to keep that gaggle of...
That tight left-hander in every class. I know it's a tricky one, but we want to hear it from you, exactly what happened.
I was very unfortunate to take out a lot of riders, not the riders, Valentino, Andrea. Apart from this, I think this weekend we make a step forward.
And apologetic. While we were listening to Jorge Lorenzo, there was a really aggressive move by Alex Rins. He briefly took fourth place, although Quartararo a little bit further behind this man, Marc Marquez.
Marc Marquez was expecting it to be right now.
Well, it's a nice stroll. There was a fair amount of hefty contact. Both of them staying on board. Well, I think it's fair to say...
It's such a shame Morbidelli's gone down at turn number 7 and we're down to 14 left in this. Along with Miller to fight actually for second place. Alex Rins is actually in danger here of falling further.
Real, well, notable performance of the Suzuki. Its real strong point, its real weapon is its highest better corner speed. They're almost falling over each other behind Petrucci and those fast right-handers at the end of the lap. And then to keep Rins at bay.
Rins thought about it. He's almost gone down.
How has he stayed on?
To second, he uses the superior corner speed of his Yamaha. Fabio Quartararo up to Pete's.
That's what racing the Ducati does to you, Steve, though. You get
on the brakes, no room.
How hard was he on the rear brake there? You can see these two really are best mates, buzzing buddies off the circuit. Like a second father. Speed through turn 3, the Yamaha's gone Petrucci. It just looks like Petrucci has run out of edge grip. Big slide as he came through.
Lovely move, but he can't hold it. He can't hold it. Oh, he's gone down in the gravel. He was hot in there, wasn't he? He was hot.
You know what? Bagnaia, Rossi, Dovizioso Vinales innocently after the Lorenzo takeout.
Marquez then, his lead is 4.8 seconds. This is the battle between the factory Suzukis and Joan Mir. Rins is coming to the fore.
Franco Morbidelli then, an eventful weekend for him, massive high side at 120 miles. So many of the Yamahas, but Fabio Quartararo, who's upholding honour for the Iwata factory.
Well, look, this will be actually touched. Let's see, going into turn 1.
Rins now thinks, I'm hitting him, I'm hitting him, I'm hitting him.
No, he
wiped the lot out.
Oh, we'll have to dissect it all a bit later on. One thing.
That was Alex Rins on Joan Mir. He's struggling. You could see him there as he got on the gas coming out of turn number 5, lighting up that rear tyre.
The top 10 with KTM in 7th, then it's Nakagami, Tito Rabat's up into 9th now, Zarco 10th.
That'd be good, that's for sure. Yeah, Paul Espargaro then well set for his third successive Quartararo. He's a rookie, hasn't got a lot of experience in MotoGP, not a lot of experience of tyre conservation.
Last pit lane and saw plus whatever it was as he started to eke out his lead overall.
Well, talk about a look back on this day, the 70th birthday celebrations of the MotoGP World Championship, and say, well, yeah, it was a historic day.
In himself right now, you could see that from the leg dangle going into turn 10. He's rolling it off a bit here, rightly so, of course.
Mistake. That one really stung him when he blew the 25 points, a certain 25 points in Austin.
Record here.
Well, this is going to be now 12 finishes in a row where he's been first or second. Nobody to see him. Yes, there's been a lot of faster riders ahead of him tumble out of the race, but it's the old adage to behind Quartararo, so it looks like he's going to settle for 16 points.
Rather interestingly, the only rider to go for a hard rear tyre today, Johan Zarco.
He likes an odd tyre. Dissipated all the early drama with Lorenzo torpedoing Dovizioso Vinales and Pabrikan. And there's a hat-trick of podiums coming the way of Danilo Petrucci as Jack Miller. He can't hold off the Suzuki of Alex Rins, or can he?
Up ahead, isn't he? This is the battle then, the only battle really remaining on circuit as we watch it. Alex
Barcelona circuit in Spain have had at least one winner across all 3 classes every year since 2002.
At his home race, 25 glorious and important points for him, and Fabio Quartararo. makes it another podium in third. Rins does finish fourth, ahead of Miller and Mir. Pollersbach seventh, and after that heroic second place finish, Wilco Zeelenberg.
Wilco, I think you have the answer.
He's young and the bikes are very fast and many choose for a soft rear, but yeah, I think...
Been races old as a top MotoGP team, and here they are on the podium with one of the rising stars here in Barcelona. It's another podium finish for Danilo Petrucci. That keeps his championship challenge.
This man, well, this is huge. This is a gigantic leap for him in the World Championship.
Tougher when you get incidents like what we saw very early on.